I made Jesus a game that they play, to others a song that they sing. But since I met Jesus, I'm happy to say, to me he's become everything.
We're going to do something a little bit unusual today. People have asked me about my new dog and when you can come see her and all that. You can actually come anytime. But several people had seen her picture, and Terry said, "Why don't you just get some pictures?" And that's what I'm going to preach about right there in a minute. It's what Jesus wrote in the sand. But we have some pictures of Ellie. Okay, some of you heard me talk about the family that gave me the bulldog. That's the family minus one kid and a husband. They're from California, and just gave me the dog. You know, kind of a long story with it. How that this lady, she was posing for Bulldog magazine. That's Ellie. I think there's another family. Do we have the other family?
Yes, sir.
Another family from California. This is kind of neat. They came, that entire family came last week to go through deliverance. The husband's, the mother of the kids is on the left, and the boy on the right is engaged to the guy. The girl, he's got his hand on her knee or something. But they came for deliverance from Long Beach, California. But the long story is they came to one of our deliverance seminars a couple of years ago when they lived in Japan. And they have a real interest in, they're significant people in ministry. So he asked me the other day if I would go to Japan. And I said, can you give me an idea of what the churches are like there? They're from Kobe, Japan, Kobe. And he said, well, this is the 9th largest city in the world. We have probably 100 Christian churches with an average of maybe 5 members. So Christianity is not very well accepted in Japan. Most of you knew that. But he said, we want you to come to Japan. And I said, and do what? I mean, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to speak to our missionaries who can't seem to get a breakthrough with the people. And I said, well, that's different than going to a 5-member church. So, kind of praying about that. They're also members of Bethel Church in Redding, California. I don't know if you know Bill Johnson's ministry. Well, they said, we're pretty connected there. We want you to come there. And anyway, I'll tell them kind of what I told the pastor in Houston that wanted me to go to Nigeria. Do we have pictures of him there? That's the pastor and the music director. Pastor got excited with the singing. And, I mean, he was getting into it. That was a baby dedication in their native dress. And that's the church. But that's where I met the lady that gave me the bulldog. She had come from California to the seminar at that church. So when people say, explain to me now how you got the bulldog from the Nigerian church, it's still kind of hard to explain, but you've seen now how all that worked. That's Living Word Chapel in Houston. Ronnie, that's the picture that Ronnie took that picture. You see that orb to my right? that has shown up in several pictures. That's not a distortion. I don't know what it is, but I think it might be an angel. We've had this happen in several pictures where can't explain the lighting or anything, just something shows up. Maybe it's a lighting, maybe it's a camera, but I'm thinking maybe it's not. You know?
It's not.
All right. The message today. Does anybody know what Jesus wrote in the sand when he's talking to the woman taken in adultery? John chapter 8. Anybody have any ideas what he wrote? Ronnie?
Maybe he wrote the Ten Commandments.
10 Commandments? Might have. Anybody else have an idea?
Everybody else's sins that were there?
Everyone else's sins? Maybe.
That's good.
I know. But I'm not going to tell y'all today. No, I don't know. But what an interesting thought. I'm going to read you some. I asked this question, put this question on Facebook, and got some interesting answers. And a lady named Samaya said he wrote the people's names and then he asked if there was anyone without sin to cast the first stone. Am I correct? Maybe he wrote the names of the people and their sins. Vicky he wrote the 10 Commandments. That would have shut my mouth real quick. Wendy wrote, where the Bible is silent, I remain silent. Jody wrote, directions, question mark. Bobby Green said, he drew a line. Nikki said, does the Bible even say? I don't think so. Maybe it was something like Jeremiah 17:13. Jerry Hubbard says, wouldn't we like to know? Maybe the name of the man she committed adultery with. Mary Kennard. By the way, Mary Kennard is an ex-inmate that was saved in one of our services in Broward Correctional in Florida 10 or 15 years ago. And she's been out and she said, I think you drew a line in the sand. Catherine Ellis said, I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't think anyone's ever solved it. Larissa said he wrote a message. Jemiah said Jesus was writing down the sins of the men who were about to stone her. Catherine Ellis said he drew a smiley face just to have some fun with the religious crowd. Joanne said the name of everyone's girlfriends. Joe says each one of the persecutors, he wrote their sins in the sand. Liz said he was showing humility, putting himself before and beyond the accusers. He was writing to give us an example. Connie said, Connie said, this is what he wrote. I know who you are, and I saw what you did. Kathy said, most perplexing question. Lots of opinions. Whatever it was, I feel Jesus used it as a teaching to remind us all there's none without sin. And Janelle wrote, I think he said God is all-knowing, but he loves you anyway. I don't know what he said. Would you like to know anything different than what I wrote? Any ideas come to your mind? The Bible said he stooped down. It doesn't really say he wrote in the sand. It says he wrote on the ground. Probably was sand. Probably was dust. But it was in the temple. Now, before we say any more about that. There's a woman in the story that was taken in adultery. And I'm pretty sure that if she sang a song later on down the line, it would have been a song something like Nesta and Fred are going to come share with us. I bet Jesus became her everything. I bet he was everything she needed. Would y'all come and share this? Y'all know Nesta Parton and her son Fred? Oh, her dad. They go with me to prisons and meetings and seminars and sing. Anyway, this is what would this be country music?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a country music song, but I can tell everybody in here likes country music. Niece like their music? Well, but I just like the words. There's one line in here I really like. It says, "At night, he's my last thought in mind." Anyway, I believe this lady would have been singing a song like this somewhere along the line.
Thank you.
We need to have some fun this morning, okay? Nobody needs to get happy in this place. Some have made Jesus a game that they play, to others a song that they sing. But since I met Jesus, I'm happy to say, to me he's become everything. To me he's become everything. He's everything that I need. The beginning, the end, he's last to his strength. To me he's become everything. To me he's become everything. He's everything that I need. The beginning, the end, he's last to his friend. To me he's become everything. Is he your everything this morning? I hope so. When I wake up each morning, he's right by my side. At night, he's my last thought in mind. He's joy for each moment, he's hope that faith brings. To me, he's become everything. To me, he's become everything. Oh, he's everything that I need. The beginning, the end, he's last to his friend. To me, he's become everything. To me, he's become everything. Oh, he's everything that I need. The beginning, the end, he's last to his friend. To me, he's become everything. He's my future, he's my past, the first and the last. To me, he's become everything.
I'm going to ask them, this is a little bit different. I'm going to ask them to sing that again, and y'all sing it with them. Terry's got the words on the screen, I think. And you can even stand up and sing and act like you enjoy it. To me, he's become everything. Sing it like you mean it.
Some have made Jesus a game that they play, to others a song that they sing. But since I met Jesus, I'm happy to say, to me he's become everything. side.